Hello, ninjani ma? I hope right. Lana, it says the power of resurrection. So, if sifuna ukubheka i-resurrection and explain it clearly to people, uh, mele sibheke a seed because seed it is the most powerful example that we can look at when it comes to a resurrection. Ini a seed imbewu. So when we open our Bibles, go John chapter 12, verse 24. It says, I assure you, most solemnly I tell you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains just one grain. It never becomes more, but lives by itself alone. But it does not die. It produces many other and yields a rich harvest. So this grain, lana iti, this grain of wheat falls. Kusho ukuthi iyawa iwela emhlabeni. Yonke into iba mnyama, iba hopeless when it is under the soil. And this grain of wheat ayifeyintanga, ayilalanga, but it dies. So we must emphasize that Jesus Christ died. He did not faint and he did not sleep, but he died for the sins of the whole world. That's why there is a resurrection. So there is no resurrection in fainting, there's no resurrection in sleeping, but there is resurrection in dying. So siye futhi kuJohn chapter 1 verse 5 ithi, that light shines in the darkness. Kusho ukuthi lokukhanya kushayina kuphi? When it is dark. Light cannot shine in a place where there is the sun. Ithi, that light shines in the darkness. If ufuna ukubona ukukhanya, yenzani? Thatha ikhendlela ungalibeki elangeni, libeke la kumnyama khona. Bese uzowabona amandla wekhandlela. So this power of resurrection is seen, it is demonstrated when things are dark, when things are not going well. Ithi lapha, that light shines in darkness, yet the darkness did not overcome it, did not overtake it, did not comprehend and understand it, did not grasp it, did not overtake it, and darkness has never extinguished it. So when a seed falls to the ground and it is buried, it is overcome and overwhelmed by darkness. But because Tina as Christians or Christ himself, we are the light. So the light that is within us, it shines forth even in darkness. But and darkness did not understand it, did not comprehend it, did not distinguish it. Meaning that even though we were in darkness, the light eliphakathi kithi, it shines forth. So even though the seed is overwhelmed with so much darkness, it still pushes, it comes out from the soil. Just imagine ukuthi umhlabathi ucine kanjani, but the seed is still able to produce ama-leaves bese ikhona ukuphuma in that pressure le elapho. It overcomes that pressure and it comes out as a plant. Ihlala, the seed lihlala for many days siloke sibhekile ukuthi konje iplant iphuma nini la, and eventually after these many days, eventually siyayibona iplant iphuma emhlabathini. Iplant esoft, iplant engana lawo mandla amaningi ukuthi iyenza kanjani ukuthi ize iphume emhlabathini osinda kangaka. But eventually iyaphuma. John 1 verse 5. That light shines in the darkness, yet darkness did not overcome it, it did not overtake it, did not comprehend and understand it, did not grasp it, did not overtake it, and the darkness has never extinguished it. Sikhumbule futhi ukuthi kuJohn 11, John chapter 11 verse 25, ukuthi uNkulunkulu uye wafika uLazarus angasekho, athi I am the resurrection and the life. Wavusa uLazarus from the dead. Kusho ukuthi uNkulunkulu uye wama, bamtshelile ukuthi uLazarus uyagula, come and help. uNkulunkulu athi no, ngizomyeka until he dies, until there is no life in him, there is no hope. Mina I will come with hope and life. Ngizomvusa kwabafileyo. So Christ is that resurrection power. Bese siyakuncwadi yaka Galatians chapter 2 verse 19 to 20. Lana iti, I have been crucified with Christ. I myself no longer live, but Christ lives in me. So I live by trusting in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. It is iphinde futhi Galatians chapter 2 verse 19 to 20. I have been crucified with Christ. I myself no longer live, but Christ lives in me. So I live by trusting in the Son of God who loved me and gave himself for me. So not only was Christ crucified and resurrected for me, but nami I am part of that resurrection. He was the first fruit. Then his brothers and sisters followed. I have been crucified with Christ. So, if wena you have been crucified with Christ, nawe uzovuka, uvuke kwabafileyo with what? The resurrection power of the Lord Jesus Christ. It means nawe yourself you are part of the resurrection. And the resurrection there is being demonstrated where? In baptism. When we baptize you, sikufaka emanzini sikhipha. Mesikufaka, we say you are dead. And therefore, Mopuma, you have been resurrected, a new person, a born again Christian. Ufunde incwadi kaKolose chapter 2 verse 12. So, resurrection is also demonstrated in baptism. So, when you are a new Christian, bayakuthatha bakufake emanzini bese bayakhipha to show you, to demonstrate what has taken place to you spiritually. Bayakubonisa practically ukuthi you have been put in the water, you have died, and now you are coming out a new person with the resurrection power of God. Lana, this resurrection power is not out there, outside of yourself or in heaven, but is present with you. So wherever you go, you must bring the resurrection power of God, which is light in dark, depressing situations. So this resurrection power, akusi amandla wasezulwini ahlala ezulwini le in heaven, kodwa it must be your daily life. You must demonstrate a resurrection in dark and depressing situations. Wherever you go, mele ulethe ukukhanya, mele u-encourage abantu. You must heal people, you must deliver people from darkness, from sickness, from depressing situations. Ngoba Genesis 1, Genesis chapter 1, verse 2 to 3, when darkness was hovering, uNkulunkulu uyafika athi, let there be light. So now we must show this light to people. Uhambe where it is dark, ulethe ukukhanya kwaka Jesu Kristu. Ulethe uthando, ulethe ijoy kubantu, ulethe the positive message of the gospel of Christ. Lana iti, this resurrection did not only stay in the tomb, but it went out and it revealed itself to the people. It became manifest. So this light ayihlalanga ethuneni, kodwa iyaphuma yaya kubantu, yasiza abantu, yadeliver abantu. So yiyo le teaching ye power of the resurrection. So the resurrection is demonstrated kakhulu when we look at a seed. It is demonstrated kakhulu when we look at baptism. Ngiyabonga sis. Sharp.